When you live a life at sea, the sun quickly becomes more than just a celestial body. It transforms into our lifeline, our silent partner in this oceanic adventure. Solar panels, gleaming under the relentless maritime sun, become a testament to human ingenuity and a reminder that we are not separate from nature, but an integral part of it. These silicon sentinels silently harvest the sun's energy, turning our floating home into a beacon of self-sufficiency. With every electron captured, we're not only powering our devices, we're changing our entire relationship with consumption. The ebb and flow of available power mirror the rhythms of the sea itself. We learn to dance with the sun, aligning our energy needs with its journey across the sky. This solar waltz teaches us patience, planning, and the art of living within our means. Lessons that extend far beyond mere energy management. We find abundance in scarcity, to create rather than consume, to adapt rather than control. The constraints of our vessel become a crucible for innovation, pushing us to reimagine our relationship with resources, with waste, with the very concept of need. And as we take our off-grid setup to a new level, we reflect on our entire off-grid journey. We're just in the dark with our foam torch on, conserving all the battery we have. Like us, it stands resilient against salt spray and storms. This journey teaches us that true freedom isn't found in the absence of limitations, but in our response to them.
This might not seem like a big thing to a lot of people, and it probably wouldn't, but we're offshore power, everything like that, and that kettle's boiling. We just boiled water in that. The induction hob runs on 9 on the smaller ring, so we can cook meals on that. Don't have to use gas.
Yeah.
I will still use it here and there, I'm sure, and for oven stuff we'll use it obviously, but that is an absolute game changer.
I'm actually so happy.
I'm really proud of you.
Like, we did that, we actually did that.
That's
For a while, we have had 2 solar panels on our boat. You know, we've had one on the davits, which we kind of made a DIY thing in the UK, and then one on our pilot house. Each are 455 watt panels. And to be fair, they've been really great till now. You know, they've charged the batteries. However, when we were in Panama and Costa Rica, we were starting to get, especially towards rainy season, a lot of cloudy days. And as long as we have sun every single day, the panels are fine and our batteries are fine and charged. The minute we have cloud for more than kind of 2 days, we get low. And we've known for a while since installing the Battle-Born lithiums that we wanted to pretty much double our solar if we could.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to because of the real estate on our boat.
There's just not enough room to put 2 panels on there, and if we put them lengthways, which we're planning on doing with this, it just wouldn't really work.
For a while we wanted to get a custom-made arch. However, where we are, it's hard to come by the correct stainless, and also custom-made arches take a long time and are expensive to make.
All of the stainless around here has got to be ordered in from the US, so it takes ages to get all the right stuff in.
So we did some research online and we came across a company called Atlantic Towers, which basically make a tower in a box. They're built out of aluminium and they're literally DIY towers. So we did some measurements and we ordered a tower from the US and it's arrived.
What do we think has finally arrived?
We think our solar arch from the US has finally arrived.
Gigante.
Bolero.
Yeah.
A new boat.
We'll have to break it apart into multiple things and take it up.
It's so big. Yeah, you've got that?
Yep.
Cool. We're gonna start this week installing it and hopefully have it up and running by well, it's going to take a little while because we've got to then order solar panels, but hopefully the tower will be up by the end of this week.
Which is really exciting.
Super exciting. We've also decided we're going to do a bit of a big stern refit. At the moment, we obviously have our hydrovane and we have the guardrails and the stanchions, and you have to kind of slither between them to get down the back of the boat into the dinghy. As you can see, it's pretty closed in. The only way we can get out is through that small gap. And it's just not that easy, especially if you've got bags and things like that. So what we're going to do is, rather than having our guardrails like this and the solar arch, we're going to get rid of the guardrails and have the solar arch and then create some D-rings and create some Dyneema guardrails on the back. So it opens the whole stern up a bit.
The first job was to remove all the pre-existing fittings so we could get a good idea about how the arch would fit. We'll keep it there all the time. This is going to feel so wrong. I might end up in the water doing this as well.
Oh my god. That's like such a big chunk of our boat you've just taken off.
Oh, so much water in it.
Whoa.
I love it already.
Yeah, should we cross the Pacific with like that? Danger crossing. Living life on the wild side.
That. Wow.
Wow, it's gonna look so nice.
That's so weird. I can't believe that one just came off.
It's something that's been on our boat for 40 years. Almost, 39 years probably. Depends when they installed it. How long would it have taken to build a boat like this?
A while.
She's literally gonna look like a new boat with this on.
I like it. Sweet. Lovely.
It's so weird.
I'll make the boat here.
That's so weird. It's so naked. I would actually hate to sail across an ocean with none of us here.
The back ratings are all off now. I've cleaned up all the holes that went through the deck and into the locker and into our cabin. And what I need to do now is tape the bottom of them, thicken epoxy in them, and then put some plugs in them just to make them kind of disappear and not look like they were ever there.
And Zach's using his teeth to cut the tape.
That's what teeth are meant for.
Not my teeth.
Good job, Bob.
It'll look even better with the arch on.
I know.
And I think probably these off.
I think so. We don't need to decide that quite yet anyway.
No, we don't.
We'll put the arch up and just see how it all looks and stuff, and then we can go from there.
So open. I need to sand back all the epoxy work tomorrow because it's obviously a bit messy still, but yeah, I'm happy we didn't find any nasty surprises. The deck all under there seems really dry from all the like chippings that came out, nothing smelt rotten, so yeah, more good hull.
Nice.
In front of me, I've got one of the many little packages from our solar arch, and I'm going to open this one up. I've got the connecting piece back there, and yeah, we're really excited to get this finally started today.
My job now, while Zach takes the tarp off and lays it on the dock, because we don't want to scratch the anodized aluminium, it's really hard to repair. I'm gonna put together the feet for the solar arch. It's almost too nice to put on the arch, look at that. Ooh. Ooh. I've now assembled all 4 feet. They look like this. Obviously when we put them in properly, we'll use Loctite on them, which kindly was provided too. I also have assembled all 8 of these. As for these little screws, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick them up, but we have some little screws here where the leg goes over the foot. The little screws go around there.
Before we start anything and putting it up and getting the mock-ups done, we need to loosely attach the middle bit and the feet there with some string and tape. It's just going to be friction fitted on there basically, so we're not drilling any holes. We kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like on there. We need to measure our stern, and we need to add 5 inches onto the length that we want it, because with this tower you need to pre-tension the whole thing, so you get it 5 inches over what you want. We're going to use a ratchet strap to pull in the legs together, and that kind of stress of that bend keeps the whole thing from moving around too much, and so it really helps the rigidity of it.
If we try and almost aim that last bolt to be the backing pad back, we're measuring to the furthest side, yeah? After measuring once, then twice, then thrice, we figured out that for the arch to be of taper design, aka wider at the base than the top, we'd need to chop off a chunk of the aluminium frame on each side. Despite the apprehension of making such permanent adjustments to the arch so early on, the improved stability and better load distribution by tapering the arch meant we were all for the sudden customization. It's actually a bit tough to film out there at the moment. The camera keeps overheating. It's about 40 degrees Celsius, so yeah, we couldn't have really picked a worse time of day to do it, but we just want it done because it is hogging the dock right now. We measured 193.5 centimeters on the stern, which is where we want the backing pads and the feet to go. We then add 5 inches of pre-tension, which is 12.7 centimeters, bringing it to 206.2 centimeters. We measured between the furthest off feet, which was 231.5, minus what we wanted, which was 206.2 centimeters, which gives us 25.3 centimeters, divided by 2 is 12.65. We're not going to do it to 2 decimal places, just 1, so we're going to round it to 12.6, and now I need to go around with lots of little dots, tape it so Zach knows where to angle grind it. Beautiful.
Time to cut. I can file that off to make it look pretty.
The angle grinder's out of battery now, so what have we moved on to?
Hacksaw.
We've got a nice sunset coming at least, but there is rain and thunder behind us, so we're trying to do it quickly. Good morning. Today is the day. Do you think it is?
Let's get it up.
Yeah. Zach cut all 4 corrections yesterday. He's also filed them. And today we're gonna join it together and mock it up. It's probably gonna take a few takes, but let's go.
It's definitely gonna take a few takes.
55 centimetres there. Oh, 55.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, okay.
We've now centralised the centre section and Zach's just taping it now to keep it there. We actually had to use the ratchet strap to bring it from one side over, which actually works really well.
It was then time to pre-tension the arch again.
It needs about another 5 centimetres. Okay, that's pretty spot on.
We're now going to hook up the arch to our mizzen, topping lift and halyard just to take most of the weight off us. Thankfully this thing isn't too heavy, so it shouldn't put too much strain on the rig, but I'm going to be here kind of assisting it.
It's go time! Woo!
Holy moly.
Massive!
Uh-huh.
Really, it's too tall.
That's going to so hit there though, very easily.
Good news is the solar arch is up. Bad news is the hydro vane still doesn't have enough clearance, so I think we're going to have to slide the entire thing forward, because at the moment it is really overhanging, and hope that it will give us enough clearance.
I guess we didn't read through the full instructions for the hydro vane, or I don't know, maybe we did, maybe I just don't remember doing it. I think I've seen this before somewhere, but at the moment we've got an issue of that, which it shouldn't be deflecting that much, and it's only like an inch less than it can deflect normally. However, on here, this is something we haven't played with yet, you can deflect the whole thing like that, tighten this back up. So now I've
Oh, that's way better.
I've deflected the whole vane now so that it doesn't hit the backstay or anything else. Oh my god, we're idiots. So let's say the wind is...
On our starboard beam.
Wind's coming from pretty much like almost behind us.
Yep.
And it's hitting there. If I go like this... Look at that now. Full deflection. Oh, it's made me so happy. What do you think, Stan?
I like it. It's really bloody big, but I think it's really good. It's taken hours to get this to this point.
We've learnt a lot.
That's one way to put it.
Now we know we can deflect the hydro vane, we want to put the arch back in the original position, as where it is we won't be able to use the dinghy clamps we bought as extras in order to raise our dinghy.
Well, we just moved it back and it's got so much clearance now.
That's because it's raised. I need to get pretty big blocks though.
Yeah, that's a bit too exaggerated.
I can lower it down on the doodads, so that is really clearing it at the moment.
That's, yeah. Wow, that's pretty nice though. Time to remove the davits.
These have served us pretty well. God, I don't know if I've ever taken these out before. I might have to put up there and do it.
They've served us well, but they do look pretty naff now.
Oh.
Oh, it looks so good. It means we can get rid of this absolutely disgusting, terrible welding that we had done in Aruba. Look at that. I mean, come on. It's like that plate is just a despicable. That's not a word. To Tay-Lee.
It's not great, is it?
It's not great.
Then just like some Dyneema guardrails, like probably in line with these ones, so like there and there,
Yeah.
going across.
Yeah.
And then I think that'll look pretty good. I just got back from Porto Madeira, which is the nearby town here, to go and get some teak spaces for the solar arch. We want to raise it up, particularly on the stern of the boat, just so we've got some better clearance in the hydrovane. And we thought the best way of doing that would be to get some teak spaces from a carpenter around here. I've been to this carpenter for a few other projects and stuff like that. I just got this slab from them, and I know some of the guys here in the yard have got decent sized hole saws to be able to cut something out like this, because the shop there, surprisingly enough, doesn't have any of these, but they have great bits of wood and are really nice in there.
And tell me how much this piece cost.
So this piece it's about 2 feet by 20 inches, I think. I don't know, something like that. It's a good slab.
Yeah.
Nice.
A good slab.
That costs 100 pesos or £4 or $6, thereabouts.
And how much did the taxi cost to go there, wait for you and drive you back?
200 pesos, which is about £8 or $10 or something like that.
So you got this bit for about £12. That's crazy good.
Yeah, not too bad. I might need a better drill. I got a new toy. Our drill got that far through it because it's battery operated and 10 years old. But this is a heavy duty Milwaukee plug-in one, so hopefully it will do the job.
I think it will. Bloody hell, you need to be careful. Luckily no limbs were lost in that cock-up. Can I say that? And the spaces look like they were made for it. Zach, you know what? I think it's perfect. Yeah. The whole thing will obviously move this way a bit. Oh yeah, I think that's really good.
You got the grains lined up as well. Yeah. I think it looks good. So when you don't have special machine tools where you could put this in like a lathe or something like that, this is always a pretty good alternative if you want to be able to sand a round disc. But I'll show you how it works. It's basically just a nut, a bolt, and then it's attached to the disc here. We were happy with the position, so after marking the deck, we lifted it back down.
So we've lifted the whole arch back down for, fingers crossed, the last time. It's been up and down quite a few times. We're now going to release the pre-tension, drill the holes and put the bolts in for the bridge, and then we're going to tap and screw the 1/4-20 machine screws to make sure the feet stay on the legs, and then we can lift it back on.
We also need to do fat bolts for the aft ones as well.
Yeah, we do. And then we can lift it back on and then start fiddling on the boat again.
Yeah, we can get this all permanent now.
We're just tapping the last 8 bolts in. It's a bit of a time-consuming process, isn't it, Zach? We would do 3 bolts, but we don't have any curved washers and there's no chandlery for 300 miles around.
I don't think any curved washers that would fit to this as well is such an unusual thing. I'm jumping the gun here a little bit because we actually haven't completely finished getting the solar arch all secured down to the deck, but we've got a few bits inside that I want to do now. We've been waiting till it dries out a little bit more because it's been really raining the last few days and we don't want to be drilling through the deck whilst it's all wet still. So hopefully tomorrow we get a bit of a chance to actually finally get this down. But in the meantime, I'm going to put these on, which are going to be our mounts for our dinghy hoist, and I'm going to sort out all the lines for that and get that all on as well. Our old dinghy hoist lines look like this, and as you can see, they've seen better days. So we decided to get some nice stuff because we don't want to be putting old nasty lines on a brand new solar arch. Got this new black and beautiful line, so I'm gonna switch this out with that one and attach it all up now.
Pretty swanky.
Ooh, very nice, eh?
We're going to have to leave it really long because obviously for now we're going to have to cleat it off here, whereas in the future we're going to have clutch cleats and probably attach them like here. Yeah, that'll be really nice. There's a hurricane up the coast from us and we have had non-stop rain over the last week, so this solar arch project has really been halted. But there's a small break in the rain and we've just got to go for it. So we're going to try and get the back 2 feet mounted. We waited a long time for this.
That's through.
Just started pouring with rain, so I guess we've got two holes through the deck, which we're just gonna have to tape. As you know, yesterday the universe just didn't want us to get this solar arch up, and it rained on us, and it rained on us, and it rained on us. So today we're out and we're gonna get it drilled down. Have a feeling. We're both feeling a lot more enthusiastic today now the sun's out. Although saying that, there's a big dark cloud over there. We're just looking that way and not that way. But yeah, we've just come out, we've lined it all up. Very happy with it. Time to drill. If you're enjoying this vid, please consider hitting like and leave us a comment down below how long you think a project like this would take. Because somehow, even 2 years in, we always underestimate the time big upgrades like this take. Now that's all hoovered, we're going to clean it up through the holes as well, make this all skinny and pull it through the holes like we do with the through holes, and then we're going to seeker, and then we're done for the evening.
And bolt everything together.
Obviously put the bolts through.
Do you think that's enough?
A little bit more. Maybe just there. Yeah, nice.
It's kind of fun orientating this now, isn't it?
Yeah, don't let the seeker drip.
Yeah, and then just like around.
Mhm. Okay, I'll hold it. You get the bolts.
Got it.
Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, let's move on to the next.
Yeah, happy with that?
Nice. Oh, want to go for the bolts.
Wait, just stop. Okay, nice. Okay. Okay, which one do you want to do first? I think we should do the back ones because they're floating.
Yep.
Yeah? So we'll go into our cabin and do it, yeah?
I have a mosquito biting me. We just loosened it.
Yeah, we just loosened the halyards. And so it's all standing by itself for the first time, which we're really excited about. But it looks good. We need to tidy up some of the seeker everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I'm taking the tape off now. It's not as satisfying as I thought.
Yeah.
Show me your hands. We did it.
Good job.
We did it. That was a tough one. That was the hardest thing we've done yet.
The measuring on that and getting all of the holes drilled right and everything like that was really hard because it's just, there's 16 holes that you're trying to line up and make sure they're all right, and
make sure the actual arch is
3 of the legs I'm really happy with. One of them is good and it will do, but just the bolts just didn't line up and I must have drilled wonky. And
but we live and we learn, and that was the first one we did, and they're all in, it's secure. We've released the halyards, which is crazy. It's freestanding, it's still up 5 minutes later.
It doesn't like it's wobbling too much.
No, we did it.
Good job. That was huge. Now for the solar.
Okay, let's not think about that right now. It's getting dark.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did do it. Good job.
Thanks.